we got a new product to review today, the electric mason jar vacuum sealer. Now you guys know whenever I get anything to review that has to do with food preservation that I absolutely love it because that's really the focus here at Wisdom Preserved. Now this particular electric mason jar vacuum sealer, it seals both largemouth and smallmouth mason jars. When you get it, you're just going to want to open it up and then make sure that it gets a charge. It has the charging port is right there on the top. You need to peel that sticker off. I wanted to keep it, so I just put it on some aluminum foil. You're going to need your own charging brick or a USB port to put in, and so I ran and got one of those. Then in the meantime, mine came, it had about a 70% charge already to it, but I just wanted to top it off. Then get your products ready, fill up your jar, and then pop the lid on and try that sealer. Now, you don't see me do it on here, but right now you can see it has both parts attached to it. But now you see over on the left that there is, I twisted and removed the regular mouth and left the large mouth on. Then you just stick it on your jar and press the power button. Now, in the beginning, I was like, there's, it counts and it like does this count up per second, but I was like, how do I know that it's charged? There was no light indicator, there was no time indicator, and I wasn't listening close enough to really know. So I opened it back up and I tried it again. And once again, I started doing a count and I was watching it, listening for it. And the sound that it makes is in the difference for when it seals is very, very, very subtle. So I started looking at the box, I started reading over everything. And honestly, there's no sure indication of when it seals. So I started doing these countdowns. I did it like 40 seconds, then I went to 25 seconds, then I got down to 20 seconds. So see, I'm like doing a count here. I'm like, okay, well, there's 20. Okay, and it's sealed. So then I did it again. I got all the way down to like 10 and 15 seconds, and it was still sealed. So, but it depended on like the size of the jar and how much stuff I had in it. So really, you just need to listen closely. There is the very slightest hint of change over the sound. Now, I loved it. I was able to reuse the lid multiple times. You see me open it, redo it, open it, redo it, eat some each time. You know me, I always need a snack. And just keep going with it. I loved it. It worked really well. So then a couple days later, I was reviewing a dehydrator and I was dehydrating some mushrooms. I was dehydrating some spinach. I did some apricots and things. And I used the vacuum sealer again. And it was so handy. It's easy to keep in the pantry and get. So there's a link in the description below if you want to pick this up. Again, it's the electric mason jar vacuum sealer. It's for both regular and wide mouth, and I highly, highly recommend it. It is super handy to have in my pantry. I have used it over and over already, and honestly, I can't believe I didn't already have one. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. Otherwise, happy sealing.